Hello again. Our next guest is a boy who had everything: fame, fortune, millions of adoring fans, and a destructive drug habit. But the fallen star is now back in the firmament, we're told, and into the limelight, and he's even sitting on our sofa this morning. Boy George, morning.
Hello.
You look incredible this morning. It has to be said that is the most unusual outfit I've seen in a long time.
Well, you know, you have to keep people interested, don't you?
You've got a big safety pin there.
Yeah, that's from Woolworths in Barbados.
Of course. You look great.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
A lot better.
Actually, you put on weight and everything.
I know, I've been eating very well, you know. Irish cooking.
Irish cooking?
Yeah, my father, you know, cooks very good meals for me, you know, fattening me up.
Does this mean you really are on the, well, not so much on the road to health, but you are healthy and recovered?
Well, I think, you know, the press, you know, they sort of simplify things. You know, when you're coming off drugs, it's very difficult and it takes a long, long time.
Yes, it'd be too simple to say you are off drugs, aren't you? Is it a bit like an alcoholic who says it's always a struggle?
I think if you're addicted to anything, you always have an addictive personality, and so you have to be careful, you know, all the time. And obviously there's people around who want to sort of drag you down with them, you know. So you have to... I mean, I don't go to clubs anymore, and I spend a lot of time lying on my settee and just being very relaxing.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, you know, your body sort of tells you to sort of relax. It actually, you get pains, and they're an indication that you have to stop working and
your body telling you to
lie
slow down.
Yeah, so that's very good. The body's very resilient.
It's funny, in a way, it's ironic that you should be talking about something like that on the day that we're celebrating Sergeant Pepper being released, because that, well, exactly, that was the start of peace and love and all those good things, but also it was very much an acceptance of the fact that young people were into drugs and things like that.
I know, it's funny how, you know, I mean, the Beatles almost praised for that, which is kind of strange. I mean, like in the 60s, if you look back at all those documentaries, it's kind of like it was a hip thing to do, you know. I mean, it still is in rock and roll a very hip thing to do, but I don't think people should look at it as a glamorous thing, really.
In fairness, they were pilloried by the governments at the time, and in fact by the British Broadcasting Corporation and many others.
Well, there was, I remember when, years ago, I saw some old newspaper clippings. There was a thing in the Times, like, saying, you know, like, leave the Rolling Stones alone because they were, like, young kids experimenting. It was, like, almost saying it's OK to do it, you know.
What do you think of the music, though?
What did I think of the music? Well, I think the Beatles sort of stifled music, really, rather than... Well, everyone says, you know, they expanded, but you see, they did so much that whenever you write a song, you think, does this sound like a Beatles song? You know, it's very worrying. It's a very
hard act to follow, then.
Well, it is, yeah, because they did everything. I mean, there's nothing that they didn't do, you know.
They didn't do your sort of thing, though, did they?
Well,
you managed to get something different.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah, you certainly do.
But
well, sit tight and enjoy yourself this morning. We've got plenty to talk about and plenty more time.